School Louisville boy like Reese Gaines. I know we were cool back then, but things change. Your chick give me brain, my chicken's free range. Reporting live from the 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Crack Paddles podcast. I am your host, Alex Crum, alongside my co-host,
Kevin Dong.
Kevin Dong, how are you on this Wednesday evening?
I'm doing good. I'm extremely sore. I need a rest day soon, but been trying to get back into the gym, played a tournament, cut my thumb open. You know, got a lot of small issues, but nothing that's stopping us. Just got pushed through it until everything seems normal.
Yeah, man, I'm right there with you, dude. I feel like I was just thinking about I was like, man, I used to just never have any issues. I would never get sick, no physical. I could just teach tennis 10 hours a day and practice and eat pizza. And I feel like that's all kind of catching up to me. I got cysts on the back of my neck, which I always get. But I was thinking, no, just it's a very common place actually for males to get cysts. Definitely not a good thing. Small in the back of your neck. Anyway, probably TMI.
Keep going on your list.
Yeah, I mean, I've been sick as a dog since last week. In MLP Columbus, halfway through it, me, CJ, Yudi ended up getting sick, horribly sick. I'll talk more about this, but in that mixed doubles match I had to play, I felt horrible for Yudi having to play with me because I genuinely thought I was gonna die.
Wait, she was already sick, or she was?
Well, she wasn't sick yet, but she probably got sick from having to play mixed with me when I was sick. Just because of the level of play and then also just being near me in close proximity. But no, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm back in Louisville. I'm here for a week. We have a nice little break, so it was nice to I have a rental car that I drove from Columbus to Louisville. So I'm here getting to spend time with my parents. My girlfriend just flew in today. So the weather here, I mean, as you know, you're in Cincy. The weather's been amazing. What else happened? I became an uncle today. Shout out to my little sister, Abby. And her husband Thomas had a little baby boy, happy and healthy. So Uncle AC.
Congrats to your sister and also you. So
yeah, thanks,
awesome.
Thanks. So we'll get him out there on the pickleball court sooner than later.
Yeah, get him the lowest swing weight possible paddle.
Yeah, exactly. But other than that, Kevin, it's good. MLP Columbus was fun. Aside from being sick, I thought it was a cool event. I got to do a lot of media type of stuff. Talk to the Love is Blind guys. That was fun. Got to play a Dream Breaker again. We'll talk about that. But you want to jump right into it?
Let's do it. So we're going to do winners and losers from MLP Columbus. We'll do your own personal recap. And then we'll throw in a little brick wall recap for me at the very end. So
KD, silver medals.
Get going.
You got a silver brick.
Yeah.
That's
could
all
be
right,
better.
though.
Could always be better.
It could always be better. Silver's not bad, my friend. All right, who are your winners and losers in St. Louis, or not St. Louis, Columbus MLP?
I mean, I think the first one that comes to mind for me are the New Jersey Fives men's players. I think, in Dallas at the previous event, that was a big question mark after they didn't have such a great event. But in Columbus, they cleaned house, right? So I think they bounced back pretty nicely there. I think that's a big winner. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Will had a very, very serious ankle injury. I don't think he's been playing his best. I think he would tell you that. But he tore multiple ligaments, and he hasn't maybe returned to his old form yet. But I think he's super talented. It's just a tough spot. It's tough to be on that team. Tough to have the pressure of having Annalie on your squad. Pretty impressive bounce back this week. I mean, they pretty much dominated. Especially in the later stages of the tournament. Especially I think they all had their best stuff against the Shock in the finals. So, yeah, I mean, look, I think after Dallas, there were so many people calling for them to be traded, both him and Owe. So to be able to go out there and perform, says a lot about them. And we'll see. It's event by event. Things can change in a heartbeat. So they were definitely two of the big winners, though, for sure, this past week.
In a league where recency bias reigns supreme, good on the Fives management for not overreacting.
For sure. I mean, I think it would have been crazy to make a trade in between events, although we did it. But I think that might have been more premeditated. So So
Right,
yeah, those are
that was
definitely big
the
winners.
plan all
Fives
along.
played great. I mean, they smoked us. You know, again, week by week, things can change in a heartbeat. So kudos to those guys.
I'd say another winner that I noticed is Nico Acevedo. He got
Sure.
upgraded from like, probably average team to instant like playoff contender type of player, type of team. So, he's been popping off, and I mean he got traded for Dylan Frazier
Yeah, and cash. That's
and
the crazy
cash.
thing. Like
Yeah.
and I think that again, a lot of MLP stuff is like from what I know, Miami literally only cares about making money. They don't care about winning. So they have Johnny Goldberg, who basically finds them cheap players, makes them better, or proves that they're really, really good. They flip them for cash, and then that's that. Which, yeah, I mean, kudos to them. They got Dylan Frazier and a bunch of cash, but I would not be surprised to see Dylan traded again soon. You know what I mean? I think that's
Oh, for even more cash
yeah.
and just
Which, like,
rip it.
honestly, like that's one thing about MLP that, like, I guess it makes it exciting, like uh but like in for me, like it's like I don't know when you know these players and you know the stuff, like it's a little I don't know. Like in other
Well,
sports,
and
obviously it's a business, you get traded all the time, but like it's kind of crazy to me that it can happen like that.
personally, what irks me is that all the cash related to the trade, not a single penny goes to the player.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
Well, yeah,
the
when
player's payment, the player's compensation does not change by a dime. But
yeah.
there's money flying around everywhere. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's their worth, but they're not getting more. Like, or
No.
they're not getting less or
I
more.
think ultimately that may change when the league stops paying out, like when the league stops paying people salaries. Maybe then you'll have that total free market, which I think would be cool, but we'll see. But
Yeah, probably
anyway,
in 2050.
yeah, maybe a whiles away, but I don't know. I mean, it makes it exciting in one way, but I mean, for the players, it's like, all right, I love Miami pickleball team, and then like 2 days later, you're like, I'm a rancher.
Right,
It's just
right.
part of it,
Rancher
I
for
guess.
life, and then like
Exactly.
3 weeks later, you're Utah
Right.
Black Diamonds or whatever. Like,
Exactly. And it's weird though, because like some people have been on teams for like a long time, and
mhm.
like
The
the
entire shock team.
Johnsons, and there's a lot of people that have been on teams for a long time, but like Daescu, that guy's a slider. You know what I mean? He's been on the slide, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years. But then other people have been on like 52 teams and new team every week. But yeah, dude, Acevedo, I mean, obviously I watched the guy play in person. I've seen him play a bunch. Super athletic. He just reads the court really, really well. He seems to, I mean, his anticipation as far as the earn, obviously he's a freak athletically, but just
I was gonna
like
say anticipation plus crazy
right.
athleticism.
So that's the thing. Like you can be super athletic, but if you can't read the ball off people's paddles, then you know what are you going to do with it? But he has a combination of both. So yeah, I mean, I think he's a stud. Is he better than Dylan Frazier? I don't know. Does he have more upside? Probably. I think you probably know what Dylan is, which I mean, he's a top 10 player in the world. So he's not a slouch. But maybe you're thinking with Nico, well, maybe he's a top five guy potentially down the line, which who knows? He could be.
Yeah,
Him and
it's
I
a
thought
big
him.
bet.
Yeah, it's a big bet. I thought him and what's his name, Yuta, are a really good team because like they both have such good hands. It's like if you get into a hands battle with those two guys, like you're gonna lose a lot of them. I don't care who you
Right.
are. So yeah, Nico stopped definitely up. Rancher for life. What else? Who else we got?
I don't have any other winners. So okay. To be fair,
No
I
other
was
winners?
birthday weekend for the wife plus tournament for myself. So pretty
Yeah, you're
busy.
probably not as tapped in as I am.
So
No,
I'm
I mean
relying on
those are the
you for
two
the
big.
rest.
Those are the two big ones I would say.
Okay.
Anwar Brahm, I think Anwar's my guy. I really like Anwar. He had some really good moments. He hits the ball probably when the ball is up. Anwar hits the absolute piss out of it. Like he puts balls away. Like I was standing there, and like Lee Waters was there with Harwood, and they were watching. They're like, "Jeez, like anything up is obliterated."
Yeah.
Um, I mean, they were up against Noe and Will. Him and Michael Lloyd, no longer a Bear. Him and Michael Lloyd were up like 9-3 on Noe and Will. And they were also up, had 2 game points against Andre and CJ and
Wow.
kind of choked it at the end. So I thought Anwar played really well. Good dude. So I would say he's a winner. St. Louis Shock, losers. I mean, I still
Even
think
though coming in second, that you're gonna classify them as
well, I mean,
losers.
yeah, because I'm not going to say like they're losers, but I definitely think if you told the Shock, like, all right, you're not going to win either of the first two events, they would say that's a big disappointment.
Fair.
I still would have
Yeah.
them as my
That
favorite. I
yeah.
would. I still would put the Shock one and fives two probably as the favorites, but yeah, I mean, I think they're disappointed. I think if they don't win in St. Louis this week, then they'll be really upset.
Yeah. I think it goes back to the overall storyline of like, okay, the Shock spent $1.2 million to keep Anna Bright, right? So like
Yeah.
that inherently is like pressure of like,
Sure, and
your
it's
ownership
early.
spent so much money, like you got to perform.
Yeah, and I mean, to be frank though, like for the top 4 or 5 teams, like my sliders included, like we're just trying to get inside the top 4 so we get a bye, and like as
Hmm.
long as once you do that, then it's kind of a crapshoot in the playoffs. So it's like nothing
Right.
really like it wouldn't put it this way, like if you're the Shock, you would be much happier like losing now. If you win the playoffs, nobody cares about anything you did in the regular season. Whereas like last year, Hayden and Gabe lost like once. They lose the playoffs, nobody really talks about that anymore, you know? So
Right.
I just know those guys, like the Chavitzes and like Eric Lang, like they're all about it, man. They're
Yeah.
locked into this stuff. So I'm sure it'll be a great event in St. Louis this week. But
All right. Should we
any
talk
other
about
losers?
losers?
Well, I said the Shock were losers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Another loser in my opinion is a team that didn't play. The LA Mad Drops because they bet on Jeannie Bouchard, and now Jeannie's not even in MLP.
Yeah, I heard Jeannie is not an MLP at all anymore. I heard that like Jeannie's contract was like restructured to where basically like she doesn't really have to do diddly squat anymore. I think she'll still pay PPAs sporadically, like probably the one in like Palm Springs and like probably the one in like the nice ones at destination
Not in
venues.
Bristol, Tennessee, or
Yeah, Jeannie ain't going to Bristol. She's not going to Daytona. Yeah, I mean, look, like you can't fault PPA or whatever initially for saying, okay, this was a top 5 tennis player. She has a big following. She was, kind of the it girl in tennis for a while. Can't blame them for trying to get her on board and turn her into a star. Has she ever really been all in on pickleball? No. I don't think she minds pickleball. I especially think she likes singles. I think she's obviously pretty good at it. But she's different than like a Jack. Like Jack like really likes pickleball. Like Jack wants to be out there. You know what I mean? Jack is like putting in work. He likes the team format. Um, to me, Jack is more like a classic like tennis guy, like you and me, obviously at a much higher level. But like the guy's whole life has been, kind of waking up, going to a tournament in a hotel. Like he's in his same routine with pickleball. He makes plenty of money. He likes it.
yeah.
Jeannie, I mean, she's in Paris for 3 weeks. Then she's gonna do what she's gonna do. So was the ROI worth it? I think if you asked Connor Pardo and you said, "Hey, was the or even like Proton?" I know my guys at Proton, they paid her to like. If you were like, "Do you think the ROI was worth it on Jeannie Bouchard?" I think they would tell you, "Heck, the heck, no." But can't really fault him.
But there was possibility that it could have been like in terms of the
Yeah,
range
yeah.
of
If
possibility of
sure,
outcomes.
sure.
You know,
If Jeannie came in and
in
was
theory,
like
it was there.
Agassi has been incredible. Like he genuinely
Yeah.
loves pickleball. He's done it great with the paddle. Like every time Agassi talks about pickleball, he's genuinely very complimentary and how much it's like helped him and Steffi and all that. Like when Jeannie talks about pickleball, she's kind of just like the noise. So look, and I don't fault. She's a certified bag getter. You know, I can't hate on a
Good skill to
certified
have.
bag getter. So anyway, but yeah, Jeannie's gone. She got traded like 8 times, and don't think we'll see her in MLP this year.
Any other losers for the event?
Yeah, not really. I mean, my sinuses,
Your health and
my health.
the team
Yeah, that
health.
was weather was so nice in Columbus, and I don't know if it was like coming from Dallas or coming from like being in Florida, all the travel. But like, dude, I couldn't breathe. Like, I still don't sound very good. Like, I still don't feel great. But yeah, me and CJ, credit to that boy because he sort of battled through. He couldn't even talk by like the last day, and he played tremendously well. So. Again, yeah. So from my point of view, Columbus was good. Aside from being deathly ill, we lost my girl Alex Strong before the before the tournament even started. Which like I get again, it was just a little crazy because I was like with her in Columbus and then also the day like in Dallas, obviously, and she played her tail off, like played incredible. Um, but the reality is, she probably was never gonna play. Over Danny and Parrish. She probably wasn't going to play and make, you know what I mean? It's just, so I think she was bummed like in the moment, because it's like I just freaking bled for the sliders and now I'm
Right.
getting shipped off like a piece of cargo. But ultimately, I think she would have gotten frustrated not playing. I mean, she's that good, you know. I mean, she's a top 20 women's player, proved it. You know, she'll enjoy it more being with her brother, and Phoenix is kind of a fun team. So, but yeah, so we traded Alex for Judith, and Judith. But again, if you're Judith, same deal. Like, you know, she's probably never going to touch the doubles lineup unless she has to play mixed with me when we're up 3-0, which pray for her soul. No, I'm kidding. We're going to win every match we play from here on out. But yeah,
was that match close? The one that you played, or
no. We lost like 11-5. We were up like it was like 4-2 or something, and then I'm telling you, I couldn't breathe, man. Couldn't breathe. Jamie Way bagged me like 4 times.
You sacrificed your health for CJ's health. That was your contribution there.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he plays way more than me, and he's way more valuable than I am. I know my role, bro.
Yeah.
I go out there. Like I'm pretty sure I had like 102-degree fever, but I can suck it up. That's
brutal.
I can suck it up and lose a game to 11 real quick. But anyway, yeah. I mean, listen. Having Yudi over Alex makes our team better in the sense that like Yudi's a top 10 women's singles player. In fact, she just like made the freaking finals or semis at the Masters. So like, yeah, it's a great move for us in terms of like on paper. Because now you have Paris and Yudi for the Dream Breaker, which like those two can go toe to toe with ALW and Georgia. Those two can go toe to toe with Kate Fahey and Anna Bryant, and really like that's why you're doing it, right? Like, that's the only reason you want to win a championship. You got to make moves like this. Stinks to see Alex go, but you know, Yudi's awesome and she's got great energy, and you know, again, it makes our team better. So at the end of the day, this is a business. But yeah, again, if you're her, it's like, obviously she's going to embrace it and, you know, do whatever. But it's like, would you rather be on like a, you know, 9th or 10th place team and you're playing every match, or would you rather be Dream Breaker girl? And it's like, I don't know. For me, like my doubles isn't there yet to the point where I'm like, you know, like I'd rather be on the Hogs, like grinding out doubles matches. Like for me, I'm like, it's cool. Like I get a bunch of reps and I'm on a team that could win it all. So like for me, like I like it. But if you're her and you're like, I'm better than, you know, 50% of the women that are on all our rosters, how do you feel about it? I don't know. Probably a little bit of both, you know?
I feel like being part of a championship contender team is like, that holds a lot of value because you can get your competitive reps anywhere else.
No, you can, and you can practice while you're there. All the top players are there, so like you can basically play as much rec as you want. Like if you're just walking around the venue at MLP, like if you just want to play all day, you can.
Right, and you're not playing singles matches. You're playing singles Dream Breakers, which is like you have endless energy for rec and reps and stuff.
Sure, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I did play my second Dream Breaker. I will talk about that. I was an absolute stud. Went 6-2 against Yuta Funamizu. No, I mean, look, it was nice to have like a good Dream Breaker performance, right? And hit a couple passing shots and, you know. But I will say, like, I think we need more data on my my Dream Breaker prowess, because my first Dream Breaker, I think I left it at 2-2, and then when I came in, it was like 17-5. We were losing. So I did fine against Jack Sock, and then against Yuta, I went 6-2, hit some good shots. Was fun, but I came in at 4-0, which is like, okay, when you come in at 4-0, like it's, yeah, I mean, of course you can go in there and suck, and 4-0 wasn't maybe, but the second time I came in
4-0 is not the same as 5-17.
No.
Like that is, you know what I mean?
No,
like,
but I'm saying, no, it's not, but I'm saying, but then I came in at 16-4. So it's
nice,
like, all right, you know, good performance for me. I now have an overall winning percentage in Dream Breakers. That, you know, gives you a little bit of confidence.
Right.
But yeah, we need more data on AC in the Dream Breakers. But we're trending up is all I can say about that.
That's good.
But yeah, ultimately my team got third. We were able to beat the Palm Beach Royals. We got shellacked by the Fives, which like honestly didn't shock me. Honestly, again, don't think like my team played there. Like I thought we probably played a little better in Dallas, but yeah, you know, again, people were sick, and then also like Paris and Danny are two, you know, alpha players, right? Like they're both super talented and are both capable of like taking over a match and dominating. They're gonna have to figure it out, and they will. You know what I mean? Like I 1000% believe they're both so talented. They played really well, and on the final day, they beat Sophia and Tina Pisnik pretty darn bad. And so, yeah. I think
Yeah,
he'll get much better. And again, for us, like getting the third place points, like second and third, like that's good. Like we're kind of like right where we need to be in terms of points and everything else. So, um, yeah.
yeah.
Oh
No,
yeah, one other thing I want to say at winner, Grayson Golden, super cool moment.
yes.
I was kind of hitting with him throughout the week, and yeah, I mean the dude had a stroke. Like he's one of the most like fit guys ever. He had a serious stroke, like couldn't talk, couldn't walk, couldn't do anything, and this was kind of his first return back to like competitive play. And this was his first dream breaker. He went out there, was like a little bit, started very slow. I think he lost the first 3 points against Roscoe. And then yeah, to like go in there and
Clinch
close
it.
it out like that, and then immediately do the gold Carcelli or whatever that's called, the Fortnite. I was calling it the Super Soaker. I don't know, but I watched that live and it was super cool for him. Um, yeah, I like Grayson quite a lot. I've gotten to know him pretty well. He's definitely boisterous and flamboyant on the court, but super nice guy off the court, and he's fine on. He's not like Grayson's not a cheater. Like nobody. I feel like APP Grayson was a little bit different, like because he was, dude. With APP Grayson was kind of like the Terminator because he had like the mod, and like he would just go out and just like destroy people in rallying scoring singles. Like he pretty much there was like a year stretch where he killed everyone that wasn't Chris. Like nobody beat him outside of Chris, and he's like 0 and 112 against Chris. But like APP singles mod Grayson was like the Terminator. But he's a super nice kid. It was just it was a cool moment just to be there and to see it live for sure.
Yeah, I will say the my first impression of Grayson on the APP was not stellar, and then it gradually kept getting better and better, and now I like him. But like,
Yeah, no, dude. Yeah,
yeah,
no, for sure. He was like I said, when he had that mod in his hand, man, he was like a stormtrooper. But he's a good kid, and that was fun. I'm also learning that like people's perception of like how you do in a Dream Breaker is strictly based on how it ends. Like if you close out the match, doesn't matter if you didn't win a point the whole Dream Breaker. They're like, wow, like he really. Because like I even heard like people were saying like winners and losers from like Dallas, and they were like Goins proved his worth in gold. I'm like, bro, I love Goins, but like he won the last 2 points against the fives. I think he went 6-4 against No Way or 7-5 or something like that, which is
Okay.
great. No, I mean very good, and he closed it out. But like literally the day before, he went 2-8 against Ben. But like if you just like have like if you close it out at 19-15 or whatever, everyone's like, yep, like these single specialists are worth it. So I got to be mindful of that. It doesn't matter if I suck in the beginning as long as I finish strong.
Right, like if like eventually you're gonna have a bad start, it's like okay, well like that's okay because you still have, you know, you still have the next round. Like
Right. So anyway, like look, I'm gonna be in a tough spot in a Dream Breaker soon, and I'll be ready for it. Because again, my first two have been kind of inconsequential, but glad that I was on the better end of this Dream Breaker. But aside from that, again, it was a fun experience. The crowd was great. I did a lot of media. Like I said, it was super cool. Just ready to enjoy this week in Kentucky, practice, and then we got MLP Austin next week. So
it's good stuff.
let's
Yeah.
talk about you, Kevin.
Brick wall.
Brick
So,
wall, Paul. So you had a brick
okay.
wall.
Brick wall is like they're trying to start up their own tour. They're doing a ton of regional events. It culminates in like a national championship, which is like free entry if you qualify, and then like there's a big 15,000 plus prize pool or whatever. That being said, like they are trying to compete as like a growing pro tour, I would say, and I mean I love their messaging where it's like they just want to be a meritocracy. That's like their goal. It's like the best players win the most money. I love that. So I'm like, yeah, like sign me up. But at the same time, like it's very much so like a startup right now.
Yeah.
And
dude,
like
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I will say it was a very big shock to go from like 500-600 people watching me play in the Philippines and like people screaming after every single point, even if it's like an unforced error or whatever, to literally zero cheering other than the players on the court at Brick Wall. It like there was not a single fan or community member or anything in the building. The only people were the players, the organizer, and like family members of the players. So like that was a little like depressing, where it was like, oh, like not that like I can't play well, but it's
KD.
just
You're used to freaking people lining up for your sweaty towels, brother. Now you're going back to see. Now you're back in. That's funny.
But even at like other events, even at other money balls, like there's more people. There's still people like cheering or like watching at least like. But like literally not a soul in the building other than like the people that I named. So like that was like a very interesting like contrast. Yeah. Hopefully, I would love for them to keep growing so that like it becomes more of a event every time a tournament happens. But either way, this was the first time they did like mixed doubles in the Midwest. And I like I said, I had my wife's.
What did you say?
It was the first time they did mixed doubles in the Midwest.
In the Midwest?
Oh, should we talk about
in the Midwest
sports?
In the Midwest? Yes, we should. Kevin, I heard that word and my spidey senses started tingling. We got to talk about Midwest Racquet Sports. MidwestRacketSports.com. Kevin, I know you get all your shoes there. You get all your gear there. All your hair products, all of those things you get from MidwestRacketSports.com. They have been a proud sponsor. Well, I don't know if they're proud or not, but they're a sponsor of our podcast, Crack Paddles. If you use code CP15 on most items, all items that are on sale, if you use code CP15, you will get an additional 15% off. There are a few, like shoes in particular, like you can get a $140 pair of shoes for like $60 if you use code CP15.
Yeah, like you if you hunt for sales, the discount code will give you an extra 15% off of the sale price. So it is it's if you can get some pretty crazy deals on there.
If you're a sale hunter, you go to MidwestRacketSports.com, use code CP15. I promise you're going to be a happy guy. We love Midwest. All things tennis and pickleball. MidwestRacketSports.com, CP15. Thank you. Sorry, Kevin. Continue your story. As soon as I heard that word Midwest, I thought, holy smokes.
Yeah, you got to get the word out. Yeah. No, I like it. I love it.
All right, so, the Midwest Brick Wall.
Midwest Brick Wall, first time they're doing mixed doubles. I like I said earlier, this was my wife's birthday weekend. So
happy birthday, Maggie.
Yeah, exactly. Happy birthday, Maggie. I was not, available to play men's doubles on Saturday. I was doing birthday stuff. Did a little birthday dinner, but also did it was like a Traders birthday party. So I don't know if you know the show The Traders, but it's basically like werewolf or mafia with a twist. So like you have killers and you have faithful people, and the whole time you're trying to figure out who the traitors are so you can banish them from the group. And basically I was the host running the entire game night. It was like a 3-hour event. We started with like 15 people, and then eventually we ended up with only a couple, and that was a whole thing to plan in itself. So
I'm sure, yeah. So it's like are you looking for one trader? Is that like the whole?
You don't know how many traders there are,
and you're told that you're a trader beforehand.
Yes, at the very beginning, you're either a trader or a faithful.
Jordan would love that. She likes this stupid game called Spy, it's the most obvious thing ever. There's one spy. You have your phone. But I think this sound like if you got 15 people, then it's like, all right, actually, I think I could get behind that.
And you're doing like missions, which are basically like mini games, and then you have to discuss at the round table who you think is a traitor, and then you all vote together, and then the traitors get to kill someone, and then you just repeat. You just keep going and going and going.
That sounds
so. Yeah. No. Anyway, so that was fun. That's why I couldn't play men's doubles. And anyway, okay. Sorry. Okay. So that's why I couldn't play men's doubles, but I did play mixed doubles. I played with Allie Reichert. Obviously, we've played a lot together, so we know each other's games very well. But I will say, I'm very much so working on my game. What are the two main things I'm working on right now? Do you know?
Footwork.
Yep.
Transition.
Perfect.
Really?
Chef's kiss. Yep.
Wow.
Transition. So
I know you well.
Footwork.
I was gonna say drives, but I feel like you're like lost cause. No, I'm kidding.
No. It's knowing when to drive. So for transition, it's all about right now. The thing I'm focusing on is third shot decision and footwork. So like getting proper spacing. Like don't hit the ball don't hit the third shot right in front of my body, because then the only direction that's going is up. Get some space, get it away from my body so I can roll drop or so I can drive without the ball going to the ceiling first. So that's the big thing there is like get set or get the paddle set early, get the proper spacing, and get low. That's the big thing. And then just footwork in general too, like obviously what I just described, and then also at the kitchen line and everything. And I would say, did I play my best? No. Did I get better at those two things? Yeah. So right. I can't be too upset. Like we won all of our pool play rounds. We won round 16. We won quarters. We played the highest rated player in the tournament in the semis, CJ Robertson. He's very good. He's 6'1" duper for a reason. And like he hit some pretty big serves, pretty big drives. Typically a pretty bad matchup for Ali and me. I think we were down like 4-10 in the game to 15. And then slowly we started clawing our way back. And then we were actually down double match point at 14-13-1.
I saw this couple gutsy points.
Yeah, like I hit a really good drop off of they lobbed Ali. I hit a pretty good drop off of it, and then had a pretty questionable crash back into transition. They let it go, and it, miraculously went in. And then the very next point,
Ali hit like a sick overhead now.
She hit a sick overhead, but before that, I hit a good flick to initiate this hands battle. Ali was losing the hands battle and then hit this insane reset. And I think she was only losing the hands battle because of a net cord. Like it popped up and then they hit it down or something. But basically she hit this insane reset, which led to the lob, which led to her smacking that thing down. So definitely that was like super hype. Again, the only person making any sort of noise was Ali and me. So it was like, oh yes, come on. Then I look around, there's like, oh, no, nothing. Okay, all right, good.
You're not in Manila anymore, brother.
Exactly, not in the Philippines. Anyway, so then we ended up facing a third match point later. We won that. We won that match 17-15. Okay, get to the finals, and who do we play? Lo and behold, one of our good friends and Allie's normal women's doubles partner, Kelsey Matthews.
I saw Kelsey and Keel at MLP Columbus.
Oh yeah. They said they got to watch you play.
Like so Saturday. Nice. But that was the day, like I felt bad because like that was the day that I was literally like I wanted to die.
And they're probably like, wow, AC's just like,
well, I mean,
any better.
I don't know. When you're sick as a dog, do you tell people you're sick as a dog? Like I tell people. I'm like, I want to die right now. I'm so sick. Like I'll tell them, and then I'm like, elbow. I don't know. I feel bad because then you're like breathing on them. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
I always tell people though, like when I'm sick, I'm not shy about it.
Yeah, I think it depends. But anyway, no, Kelsey and Nick played really well. Like, so we lost the first game, we won the second game, and then in the third game, we were up 5-1. We were cruising, and then bad discipline. Very bad discipline. I start going for a little bit too much on fourths. I think Ali pulled a couple early triggers. I'll have to review the tape. Maybe she didn't, and it was just me messing up. But from memory, I definitely missed a couple of fourths trying to get a little too big, trying to go for a little too much, just because it's like, oh, like, we're winning. I can do anything now. No. Gotta be disciplined. And, a couple of those undisciplined points turn into an avalanche. We go from 5-1 to 5-8. And meanwhile, I don't want to make it sound like we just imploded because they were very, very steady. Like Nick had this nice little scoop drop. He just pushed it just over the net, right into the kitchen every single time. And it was like automatic, both feet up to the kitchen line. It was like, okay, well, like I can't get over there that far over to Allie's side. And it's, Allie, one of us is returning coming in, and the other one like can't get it out of the air. It's not bouncing up much. Like I was like, yeah, this guy just hit like the 10 best thirds to like make it really hard for us to like win any points while they're transitioning in. So it's a mixture of us being undisciplined and then being super solid. All of a sudden it was 5-10 or 7-10. No, it was 5-10. We went from 5-1 to 5-10. Actually, that's kind of crazy. Then and then I was like, screw this, huh?
Happens all the time though.
Yeah, and then I was like, screw this. I'm just gonna serve as big as I can. I was letting out some ungodly grunts, and and it helped us. Like,
nobody was there to judge you.
Yeah, exactly. I was it's basically like, I'm just gonna go out with a bang and serve as big as I can. And I don't think I got any missed returns, but dude, like, if you hit a big serve, it makes your third shot so much easier. So much easier. And like, I was trying to go for serves and stuff, but like in those last few points, I was like torching these, and and we got back to 8-10, and then eventually, like, I actually remember at 8-10, Allie hit a speed up. It was actually a great speed up, clips the net cord. Like, Nick's like finding, like, he's like looking all around because he had no idea where the ball is. He like looks up and it's like right on his paddle, and he just puts it down. Yeah. I was like, oh my god, like, it was a great speed up too. But anyway, we couldn't complete the comeback, and yeah, so we got silver. But anyway, transition and footwork, those are my two main things. I'm very annoyed that personally I was very undisciplined in the finals. Congrats to Kelsey and Nick, because they definitely played well and they earned it. But I need to be better about, like, when I have a lead, I can't just do anything. I just gotta be disciplined.
Yeah. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you're up and you're winning, then yeah.
Exactly.
I think you're allowed a little more creativity, but you can't. It's a fine line, right? So
exactly. You can't just go 0 to 100. You gotta stay steady with, like, the game plan. Tiny flares, not big changes. So that's my lesson learned. Yep.
But still good to get those competitive reps in. Like, again, it's close to home. You want a little money. Like, it's a good thing for you to do.
Yes, exactly. So I'm excited because that brings us into APP Cincinnati this week, next week, and yeah, that's the next step. So we'll see how it goes.
Let's go. Yeah, that was one of my. I mean, I liked the tournament obviously because it was so local for me. But because I'll get to play in the Cincy Cup at the Linder Family Tennis Center in the fall. So I'll scratch my Cincy itch another way. So yeah, Kev, I guess that's it for us tonight. I have MLP. I'm here in Louisville. Gonna be kind of training, hanging out, have a bourbon or two, enjoy the time. Although my parents are gonna go see the baby here in a couple days, but just nice to be home. The weather's great this time of the year. Kind of a nice little reset. I'm lucky with the way that it worked out. So I got MLP Austin, then MLP St. Pete, and then you're bailing on me for Maine, but that's okay. I forgive you. And yeah, that's what I got coming up. And then you have Cincy. Is there one after Cincy, right?
I have APP Cincinnati, and then I will probably do a brick wall or a money ball in Dallas instead of the Portland one, because making money is nice, and paying $700 for a flight and then more for everything else, and I can't even make that.
That's crazy.
I can't even make that money back if I double gold medaled. So it's like it's just tough.
I feel you, man. We definitely would have won it all, but that's all right. I'll miss you, and we will play. We will play again soon. That's all.
Yes,
that's
yes.
all I can say.
It will happen.
It will happen, whether it's a challenger or I'm gonna find a way to get you on the sliders. One of those things. We'll make it happen. But anyway, yeah. So we'll check in with you guys next week. We're still gonna do a full recap of Kevin's trip to the Philippines, just because I think that deserves its own episode in itself.
Double podcast week next week, ideally. So
next week, MLP St. Louis this week will be fun to watch. Like, I actually really do enjoy watching MLP. I will say, like, obviously I have a dog in the fight, so it makes it more entertaining. But I do really enjoy the kind of the format, the 1 game to 11. And there's just so much more parity, so many more unique matchups. Yeah, I think there's obviously issues with MLP still in terms of, I think ultimately you want to have, more home atmospheres. I know they've kind of been trying to do it, but I still think, like, the coolest thing would be if you had, each team had their own stadium and teams had to fly specifically to the cities and really create that home and away atmosphere. But I will say, as a spectator, I do find it a lot more interesting.
It's interesting. I actually don't mind the way they're doing the events, because every event has, like, the clear winner and, like, the standings and stuff.
I do too.
The more confusing part to me is how, like, the Brooklyn pickleball team hasn't even like played an event yet, right? Like it's like okay, like it's almost like there's too many teams that are like having too many buys. It's like what's happening here? But
well, it'll all even
anyway.
out. But like like their schedule's just super backloaded. I like it this way because I'm like, all right, we got 2 events out of the way. Like there's a chance that like if we make the top 4, which is obviously our goal, like I'll have like a full month off. Like I'll have a gap from like July 19th to August.
Oh, because you have a bye
or something. Yeah, because
gotcha.
Because we don't play the last 2 regular season events, and yeah. So.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, interesting.
So it's like we play 2 events, 1 week off, 2 events. And we have like 2 weeks off, 3 weeks off.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like the way it is, but anyway, there's that MLP St. Louis this week. Tune in; it'll be fun to watch. Kev, we'll talk more about APP Cincinnati next week, and we'll talk to you guys soon, eh?
Sounds good. Best of luck in St. Louis.
I got a winning record in Dreambreaker, folks. Don't you guys forget that.
Let's keep it that way.
I'm safe. I also was not dropped on this waiver period, so I'm
survived again.
I'm on the team for at least 2 more events.
Perfect.
Suckers.
All
right.
See you next time.
Be good.
That sucks. Life's tough. Last thing I need is more stuff. It's true. I need a little more time with you and more rose with my lunch. One piece of mind. Sometimes you gotta